Hello. Welcome back to Quotes of Interest. I'm here with my friend Andrew, and I'm Josh. Say hello, Andrew, real quick.
Hey, what's
There's
up?
his hi. So, I got another quote today. This one's from Edgar Allan Poe. Uh, you excited?
Yeah, I love Edgar Allan
It's,
Poe. And we've talked about we'd like to do some Edgar Allan Poe poems at some point or any kind of writing by him at some point. So this is kind of a primer.
yeah. See, if this gets 1 3/4 likes, we'll do another one. So
Has to be 3/4, so we're not doing it.
that's Yeah, if it's 2 likes, sorry, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
If it's 0, well, I'll probably do it anyway. But anyway, alright, you ready?
Yep.
I, I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity.
Hmm.
That's it.
I became sane with long intervals of horrible sanity.
Yeah. I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity.
Okay. How do you interpret that? I'll let you. You should go first. I feel like I'm usually the one who goes first.
Alright. So I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity. So I think it's like the more you think about your reality around you, and the more deeply like you think into your reality, the more insane you're probably gonna get. Because it's just like the deeper you get into your head, like we all know Edgar Allan Poe was like a weird dude, right?
Nah, he's so
Like,
normal, like
yeah,
cool guy.
like like I'd compare him to Stephen King. Like
Yeah, like
he's
old timey Stephen
crazy.
King. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically how I look at it is um let's start just thinking about like our reality right now. All right. I was born in the 90s, grew up in the early 2000s. I live in a world to where I'd be living on the street if I didn't earn some type of money somehow and show value to society by earning money, right? And because back in the day when before we had the luxuries of a society like this, it's was like fight for yourself, right? Get hunter gatherer type stuff. But now we live in a society where all we really have to do is just find a job that pays enough to live and support luxury activities because we don't most of us, at least in America, a lot of us don't have to like fight off nature per se too much. And obviously there's exceptions for like homeless and stuff, but I'm not really going too deep into that. But like the more you think about your reality, then it's like what's your consciousness? What's your ego, superego, id? What's religion? What's the fourth dimension? What's your spirit? And it's like kind of like the more you just kind of think, the more you can drive yourself nuts because you won't know the answer. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I got from it. What about you?
No, I think that's a good interpretation. I don't know why, but when I heard this is a little bit more comical, but I thought of like the meme of like the Joker from the standalone Joker movie with Joaquin
Uh,
Phoenix, where he's like, "We live in a society," and he goes insane.
yeah.
And there's a lot of
Uh,
I watch Twitch a lot, and there's streamers who will joke and be like, when something really bad happens to them in a game, they're like, "I'm gonna become the Joker," and it's like,
Yeah.
but no, I think it builds off of what you were saying, right? Where it's like, if you think too much about certain things, you can really go insane, and it's easier to do that today more than any other time because of the internet, right? You can go down any weird rabbit hole you want to go down is available to you, and it's not always a good route to go down.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of like, from my perspective, I definitely overthink about things a lot. Like it's one of my issues, one of my toxic traits. It's like overthinking about things. So I definitely relate to the thing where it's like, it's better to just be in the present moment, right? Just like be in the
Yeah.
present moment, be present with your friends, be present like how I am talking to you right now, and not think about those other things because if you think about them too much, you might, yeah, like
Yeah.
become the
Like
Joker. So,
yeah. Like think like think about like what actually makes a person evil, right? So you have a sane mind. You start digging a rabbit hole and finding out what people have done, seeing videos online you could find of like
yeah,
people killing people or even worse than that. And it's like that could drive someone insane.
yeah,
You're just seeing the kind of uh harmful things humans can do to each other because there's some fucked up people out there. So and now with the internet, you can see anything you want.
yeah. Well,
So
and like you said earlier too, like with hunter gatherer societies back in those days, you don't really have time to think about like what am I? You're just
yeah.
trying to like
Yeah.
live, dude. Like you're trying to run away
Oh,
from the saber tooth. That's pretty much it. So like, um, yeah, like I feel like our
yeah.
brains, our
Hey,
brains,
that's cavemanist.
yeah. Sorry, cavemen.
So,
I'm gonna issue a
oh,
public apology on our Twitter account later, but
oh, fire. Okay, alright.
Earth,
Alright.
water,
Alright.
air.
Oh, all four elements, me hungry. I don't know. It's
um,
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, for real though. The like you nailed on the head, I think though, with like society. You don't nowadays we have all this time to like think about that stuff because so many things are not. We're not gonna die. Like at least in Western societies, like I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't want to speak for developing countries like where starvation is an actual option, but like in the United States, it's not an option, right?
yeah. Well, you got time to think over
You got
here, and
time to
if you
think.
don't,
Yeah.
stop going to the club and read a book. Like,
Well, and it's like
but,
I feel like no matter where you go, no matter where you live, where you go, your status in life, how rich you are, whatever, humans are incredibly good at like creating problems in their brain. Like just
yeah.
finding things they to complain about, finding things they don't like. I mean, even rich people, will complain about things that really don't matter.
Yeah.
Which is can make you go insane in itself if you're just constantly negative all the time about those things. And the internet is great at that. Like, right, the internet is great at giving you that feedback loop of like negativity. So
Mhm. And there's one thing is when in this quote when he says horrible sanity. Now I don't know if he's just making a lull at just sanity in general, just being horrible,
mhm.
or if he's looking into like the darker aspects of like a human being and like what some people are capable of doing,
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah.
I'd ask him, but he's dead.
Call them up.
Call him up. All right, where's my Ouija board? But
Don't invite that energy into here.
but why don't you call me by my goth name? Night Pain.
I'm gonna become the
That's
Joker.
I'm joking. We live in in a sanity. It makes me
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all. That's all. Yeah, I thought that
No,
was
I like that
interesting
quote.
quote.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, my mouse doesn't want to work. There we go. It's working good. All right. Well,
All
this has been quotes of interest. Smell you later, dude. All
right.
right.
See you later.